And where are you training now?
I train in Colorado Springs.
Great.
Yeah.
How do you explain the big improvements? I mean, you're 30 years old.
I know, right? It's my coach, Scott Simmons. I joined ADP last year, almost a year ago, exactly. And I sat down with Renato and Scott, and you know, I work full time. I'm a CPA, and so I wasn't really going for it in running. And I just kind of said, you know, I'm not going to be young forever. And again, I'm a little bit older for a distance runner, but you know, I was working a lot and focusing on my career, and I said, I'm going to regret not going for it in running. So what better time than in an Olympic year to really give it all you have? And I'm fortunate that I'm not hurt, and I've been able to handle 100+ mile weeks now for a long time. Well, since I met Scott. I mean, we didn't dive right into 100+ mile weeks, but it's probably been at least 6 or 7 months of 100+ mile weeks, when before I was running closer to probably 65, max 80. That was probably the most I'd ever run. Long runs are 18 miles minimum now, and I had never even run that far before in my life until I met Scott. So, well, maybe at the 25K when you add up the warm up and the cool down and stuff, but so that would have been once. So, I mean, he's an amazing coach, and I owe a lot to him, and of course my husband, he runs with me a lot.
Is that him over there?
So, that's my coach, that's Scott Simmons. Are you nervous, Megan? We're just talking about you. So this is Scott, my coach. I have him to thank.
I mean, it looked like, you know, you came in kind of having running with 32 flat. Was there any thought of trying to push the pace? I mean, it looked like nobody seemed concerned about running 31:45. Like, what was?
You know, of course I thought about it, you know, but I can't. I knew that going and trying to push the pace could have been suicide out there. You know, I could have just fallen off completely, and I didn't want to have a race where I just dropped off and couldn't even finish. So Wendy helped push the pace out there. She's my teammate, and so, you know, it was about racing. It wasn't about, I knew I needed the A standard to go to the Olympics, but it was about just getting out there and trying to race. So that's all I can ask for.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.